Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. How you guys doing today? Welcome to a brand new video. In today's video guys, I decided to just sit down and talk about something personal and something people ask me about all the time. It's something that needs to be addressed, so I decided to tell you guys my viewpoints and my little story. Now I am working on some bigger projects right now on this channel, but I'm also very busy with my studies and I'm writing my diploma and I'm graduating in like 3 to 4 months or something like that. It's actually scary. But a lot of you guys have said that you actually enjoy these sit-down videos in which I talk about something more personal, so hopefully you guys will enjoy this one as well. Now today guys, I wanted to discuss and address a question that I get asked all the time, and that is the question, will I ever immigrate from Russia? Will I ever move from Russia? And am I planning to move to another country and live in another country? And the thing is that it's a very difficult question to answer. Now here's the thing, I obviously understand where these questions come from because I like to criticize Russia, I like to criticize the political system and talk about, you know, there's enough freedom of speech. Do we have some stupid laws, like for example, you guys remember that law I made a video about a while ago that they wanted to implement, where they wanted to basically cut off Russia from the rest of the internet so that we'll have like our own service or whatever. Well, it's been passed, and actually my region of the country, the Ural region or the Chelyabinsk Oblast, is actually being used right now as a testing ground for this new law. So basically I and everybody and all of my friends, I asked them this, and everybody has said that their download speed across the board, and especially their speed on such websites as YouTube and Twitter, has gotten very bad in the past 2 weeks. Like, I literally have trouble loading YouTube videos now sometimes. It's actually horrible, and it's because they're testing out this law on cutting off Russia from the rest of the internet on my region, so I'm having a fun time right now. So yeah, you know, when I say stuff like this, when I tell you about the stuff that I experience on a daily basis, essentially, you guys see that I experience a lot of dissatisfaction with the way things are going in this country and with the way it's being run, right? And it seems like in the current situation where democracy is basically out the window and, you know, it's very hard to change anything or even take a stance because you'll be silenced essentially a lot of the times. It seems like there's nothing that I or anybody could do, and you guys obviously asked me the question if I want to just leave and move to a different country where things are better. And I totally understand it, but the thing is that I cannot reply to this question that simply. I cannot say yes or no because I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I love my country. Every time I come to a different country, I start missing Russia. Russia is a part of me, it's what made me who I am, and a lot of the things that have made me who I am, I don't like and I want to get rid of them. For example, things I experience such as some sort of internalized homophobia when I hate myself for being too effeminate sometimes, or toxic masculinity that's so deep inside me that I also hate myself for doing certain things and I'm asking myself, why am I like this? These are things that this society has fed me, and this is how the society shaped me. But there's also a lot of things I think that Russia put inside me that are good. The honesty, the sort of bluntness, the sort of self-confidence even, I think it stems from the fact that I'm Russian, and my very being and the way I look and the way I act, what my beliefs are, my very being is against what a Russian man stereotypically should be, to be honest with you. So that gives me confidence actually, in a sense. I love my country, I love my friends, I love my family, I love the people inside it, right? And I don't want to lose it. You know, when you move to another country, you essentially have to start from scratch and you know nobody. Even if you know somebody, it's not the same, you know what I mean? But as well, of course, I cannot ignore the fact that things are going pretty bad right now in Russia, and even though I love this country, seeing what's happening to it makes me really sad and depressed. The thing is though, I assume I don't have much of a pessimistic outlook nowadays, because here's the thing, my view on Russia has changed over the years massively. I would say I did not care about politics at all until the age of 13 or 14, and only then I got sort of conscious about what's going on, and I started sort of putting the things together, and I understood that there's some messed up stuff happening in this country, and they are, you know, screwing us over in a lot of ways. But I definitely look at it now from a very different angle, because when I was 13 or 14, I started understanding what was going on, and I got really anti-Russian for a good 3 years, I would say. Not just like anti-Putin or anti-government, it's, you know, the stage where essentially you try to sort of reject your own culture. It's what a lot of kids are going through nowadays, I think. Especially like in these very liberal social media groups and YouTube channels where people constantly say that, you know, everything about Russia is horrible, the Russian culture is just shit, you know, there's nothing good that the Russian culture has produced, you know, Russian culture is all just drunks and gopniks, you know, stuff like that. And it's really bordering on Russophobia, you know, at that point, because that is hatred of Russians and Russian culture. And you know, at that stage in my life, I I thought that Russia is so bad and America is like the perfect country. Everybody lives so well in America. There's literally no disenfranchised. There's no poor people. Well, of course I knew there were poor people, but I didn't realize how things actually were going in America, right? America has a ton of problems, okay? But I saw America as this like wonderland when I was in that age or whatever, and I was shitting on Russia constantly. But now I'm starting to realize that all these countries, Europe and America, they have their own downsides, right? When you think about moving to either of these countries, you're trading something off. When you move into America, you don't have free education or healthcare, for example, right? Or when you move into Europe, actually, I can't think of much downsides. If I was like a white nationalist, I would say it's all the migration, but I don't really care, to be honest with you. But I started realizing that all countries have their downsides, and that Russia is actually not that bad. We may have a corrupt system, we may have corrupt politicians that don't know what they're doing, but the thing is that at the core of our country, we have great people, we have great nature, we have great opportunities. So this country could be great, you know what I mean? And in a weird way, I would say, even though things are going very bad for Russia right now, especially with all these laws that are being passed that essentially make everything worse, in a weird way, even though that still happens, seeing how people react to it, especially people of my generation, it makes me optimistic for change in the future. Sometimes I honestly feel as if like we're in some sort of dark ages right now, and if we give it maybe 10 to 15 years, things are going to be vastly different, especially when younger people start coming in. I mean, I don't know, maybe I just have way too much of an optimistic look at it, but that's the way I feel. So yeah, in order for me to consider seriously moving out of Russia to another country, something really bad needs to happen. Like, they need to like ban the internet forever or something like that, or they need to, I don't know, make Putin the Tsar of Russia or something. When that is gonna happen, I'm like, aight bruh, I'm heading out. So like, that's definitely a situation where I would consider. But currently, I don't really think so, because I just hope for positive change, and I want to do everything as a citizen to help make that change happen. Now here's the thing though, I do have an opportunity actually to study in Europe right now, because I'm gonna graduate my university soon, and I could try and apply for some sort of scholarship in many of the European universities, and you can essentially, if you win the scholarship, you can essentially study for free, and you might even get a dorm room or something, which is crazy. If I don't get a dorm room, I guess I'll just get a flat for myself, and I'm gonna probably rely on you guys, you know, Patreon supports or my YouTube earnings to, you know, basically live there. But yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I'm really thinking about studying in Europe, and I think it's a really cool opportunity, because I'll get to live in a different country, which is still fun, you know. You have to sometimes switch up the place that you live, because I've been living in the same place essentially for my entire life, you know, and it's you get way too comfortable, you know what I mean? I'm down for new experiences, I'm down for new things, so studying in Europe would be great for me, I think. And the key word here is studying as a master's program or whatever, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that I'll stay in that country and I'll live there. I've been looking at different countries regarding this, you know. There's a lot of great scholarships in countries like Germany, Czechia, you know, Hungary, Sweden, Spain, etc. There is a lot out there. You just need to do your research and, you know, prepare a lot of documents, pass an English test or whatever. I don't think I'll have a real problem with that. And I think me getting a master's degree will probably help me get a good job in the future, because honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I don't know if I'm gonna work as a translator, which I'm majoring in. I obviously probably will not do YouTube for like another 30 years, because no way that's happening. I don't think YouTube channels just live that long, and by the age of 30, I think I'll probably have to do something else at this point. I mean, not unless my channel will have 10 million subscribers by then, but that's probably not happening. So yeah, honestly, I have no idea, but I think that by getting a master's degree in Europe or something, I could have great maybe possibilities in the future, and maybe then I could return back to Russia when it has become a better country. But yeah, once again, the key word here is study, not live. But like, if you guys ask me where would you immigrate to if you had the choice, I would probably not immigrate to America, because first of all, I just don't earn that much money. Like, I earn more than the Russian citizen, I guess, the average person, but compared to like an American citizen, my earnings are garbage. Obviously I'd get a job, but you know, still. And also the entire healthcare situation and stuff in America, just not good. And it seems like it's very hard, by the way, to move to America as well and get a green card, so. But when it comes to Europe though, I honestly think it would be great to live in a country like Czechia, for example. I don't know, when I've been there, I really enjoyed it, and it seems like a fairly welcoming place, so I guess if I had to choose, Something like that, maybe Germany or something, I don't know. But obviously I'm just speaking out of my ass right now because I'm not immigrating anywhere and I'm not planning to in the near future. But maybe in 2 years or something I'll be studying in Europe, who knows? Or maybe not, maybe my life will turn out some other way, you know? You never know, you can't really plan things. And once again, like I already mentioned, it's very hard because, you know, my entire family lives there, all of my friends, everybody I know is there, is in Russia. So, you know, starting your social life from scratch, because, you know, when you live in a country, I'm 22 years old, I've already got this huge network of people I know, huge network of friends. I know people from a lot of different walks of life now and stuff like that. And of course I know some people abroad, but it's not the same. And essentially when you move to another country, you have to start your entire life over and build that network again. And it's really hard, and I feel like if you move to another country, even if you become a citizen, you'll never truly be, you'll always be an outsider in some sense, if you know what I'm talking about. Only your children maybe will feel like they're actually citizens of the country that you immigrated to. But if you just move there on your own and try to start a family and just live there, whatever, you'll still always feel like an outsider, and you will miss your home country, you will miss home. Thinking about that, it's kind of sad, honestly. So yeah, guys, hopefully this video gave you an answer to the question that everybody keeps asking me all the time. Should I move from Russia? Would I move from Russia? Am I planning to move from Russia? The answer is that basically I don't know. It's really hard to respond, and it really depends on a lot of factors in my life, and depends a lot on the way this country is going to be in the future. I cannot predict the future. I don't know, but I'm not planning on it. I'm definitely not planning on it, but I'm not saying that it's impossible, okay? That is my answer. But yeah, guys, I guess that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Once again, another sort of sit-down video when I wanted to talk about something more personal and discuss a certain topic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please make sure to slap the motherfucking like on this video. And as well, guys, if you want to support my channel, if you want to support me, make sure to go over down in the description to my Patreon link down below. Donate to it. I would gladly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot, honestly. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.